And for many folks, Memorial Day is all about the barbecue, an extra day off from work, and a respite from the rigors of school, the traditional beginning of summer. But as 17's Robert Price reminds us now, it's vital that we remember this day's enduring purpose.
The headstones are silent testaments to sacrifice, quiet symbols of selfless duty. Listen with your heart, though, and you can hear voices whistling through the upright granite and limestone, whispering, remember. Remember those who served and died, yes, the 5 million men and women buried in national cemeteries from Hawaii to Maine, from Alaska to Puerto Rico, from the Potomac to the Kern. Soldiers, sailors, and airmen who fought from Lexington and Gettysburg to Baghdad and Kabul. Remember them, but also remember why. For as dear as those fathers, brothers, sons, and daughters might have been, as heartbreaking as their loss might remain, their purpose is even more dear, their calling more precious than their individual lives. This Memorial Day, the day since 1868 we have honored America's war dead, dawns upon a world perhaps more geopolitically menacing than at any time since World War II. The Middle East, Eastern Europe, even at our own doorstep, the Caribbean, in chaos. Even we, in our own country, now hear threatening rhetoric that calls into question our collective commitment to the democratic order that has always set us apart from the rest of the world. We must remember the men and women who gave the last full measure of devotion, but also remember the why. Remember the reason those 400,000 gleaming white headstones that row upon row animate Arlington National Cemetery and give voice with their muted eloquence. There is a price for this privileged life we live, a debt that can only be repaid one way, by continuing to value the institutions of democracy, the freedoms of speech, press, religion, and opportunity that make America, America. We have the freedom to forget, too, to forget how troubling and uncomfortable the world has become. But to forget completely, to go on blithely, is to forsake the sacrifice of so many. They were vigilant and gave their lives in its service. We must be vigilant also, and remember their names, remember their faces, remember their voices, and remember their why. In Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17 News.